I was looking at my vision board for this year and realized that the fear of failure kept me in cycles of like trying but not putting my all into it because I was scared of not being able to do it properly. And it got to the point where even my to-do list for the projects that I had to-do list, and I was still somehow not really getting anything done. Like it did not make sense at all how I was just stuck in the preparation phase of so many things I had aspired to do this year. And honestly, from the beginning of this year, so I graduated uni last December, and the beginning of this year was my intro to post-grad. And I don't know why I thought that like I was just gonna have the easiest post-grad journey. I really was not fazed by people saying that it can be a tough time. So I was like, yeah, it's not gonna bother me. It bothered me. It bothered me so bad. I got so many rejections, so many no's, so many closed doors. Like that was the most amount of rejection I've ever gotten in my life. And I think it messed me up mentally to the point where anything I wanted to do, not even professionally, but just personally and like creatively and whatnot, I felt like I had to make sure everything was perfect to begin with so I didn't face any sort of rejection afterwards. But all of that kept me in a phase of just being stuck in preparation mode and not really putting, one foot in front of the other and just walking by faith. I was just stuck in that cycle over and over and over again. And I thought that the plans that I made were getting rejected just because they weren't good enough. So I was just constantly making new plan after new plan after new plan. But then I realized it's not because they weren't good enough. It's because I thought that I could calculate every sort of variable that could possibly occur during this time period, and I could just factor it all in. And if everything didn't go particularly how I wanted it to, then it was just a fail. It was just a mess. So the good thing about this year is that even though I've always been a girly in Christ, I really got closer to God this year. And I realized that if I'm gonna be saying, oh, I trust in you, God, or like, oh, I give it all to you, or God is the head of my life, if I'm saying all of that, my actions need to align. I reached a place where I was very grateful that God closed a lot of doors for me, and I got a lot of rejection because it took me from wanting to grip the driver's seat steering wheel so badly to just realizing, let me just let it be. Let me let life do what it's gonna do, because it's gonna do that. Like, life doesn't ask you for permission when it derails your plans or when it takes you in a different route. Like, life does not inquire with you, hey, are you okay with actually not doing any of this and doing what is meant for you anyways? It doesn't ask you that question. Like, you're gonna end up wherever you end up, and it really is just your attitude and your mental space that will help you go throughout that smoothly. I really kept walking by sight a lot this year, and I've just realized I need to just switch to the faith route because sight is not getting me anywhere. I need to fully have my faith in God and in myself, and knowing good and well that I have a lot of plans that I want to do, and regardless of the outcome, I want to put that energy and effort into them, which is why I did not wait until 2026 to start this dream of mine, because I had it on my vision board, but I never got around to filming a video. And I was gonna wait until 2026, but I was like, what's stopping me from doing it right now? Like, let's be sober, what is stopping me from doing it right now? And the answer to that is nothing. Nothing is stopping me. So that's why we're doing this YouTube thing. So the thing is, with me and YouTube, I have been such a fan ever since I was young. Like, preteen me, teenage me, young adult me now. I've always loved a good YouTube. I was like watching when the girlies were doing their morning routines and their night routines, and when they would post like the Black Friday hauls, and then they were like, I'm not trying to brag, but then I was like, girl, why do you think I clicked on the video for? It's like, I wanted to see what wasn't under my tree, so pull it up. I don't care if you're bragging, pull it up. But mainly, I loved the fashion videos. I really loved what I wore in a week and all like these type of fashion hauls and whatnot, because when I was younger, and still to this day, I feel like fashion has always been my best form of self-expression because I was never really a talker. Like I never really liked talking to people. I was so introverted and so shy, still looking am. I just didn't really know how to carry a conversation well. But the good thing with fashion is if I had an interesting or like a really nice outfit on, people would automatically start a conversation. So I didn't have to feel like that sort of tense, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? So that's why, like, when I was watching those types of videos, it always made me feel at home. Like I felt so comfortable just watching, and it was just such a nice time. The funny thing is, nowadays, when I ask myself the question, like, why don't you just start YouTube? My answer used to be, oh, it's because, you know, I'm not interesting enough, or I'm too shy, or like I don't have much going on, and I feel like I might just be boring or whatever. But I realized recently, when I go to my subscription page on YouTube, the people that I watch are so similar to me. Like when I tell y'all, I literally just watch fashion creators, slice of life vlogs, you know, solo trips, day in my life, introvert edition, like all of these types of content are things that I would relate to because I spend a lot of time with myself anyways. And like I like doing things alone also, just genuinely liking it. So it got me to the point of like, what's your excuse now? If you can watch it, what makes you think nobody would want to watch you? And guess what? I don't have an answer to that anymore. Like I don't have an answer to why I can't do this. And so that's why I decided to start putting action behind what I want to do in this life. Because my main thing I want to prove to myself is that if I say something, I can actually do it, you know, because the worst thing to me is getting older and being like, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I wish I would have done this. I could have done that. Like that type of regret. I do not want to have that at all. That's, to me, that's scarier than a lot of things. Even though at any age you can reinvent yourself and you can do new things, I feel like, especially if you're young now and you know, have this, I've had this desire for so long. If you have the time and the ability to do it, then why not go ahead? You don't need to have all the perfect materials. I'm filming this on photo booth on my MacBook Pro that is running on 2 lives left out of the 9 that it started with. Maybe even half a life. Like she is pushing strong. So yeah, I didn't want to wait till I got like an actual camera and all this stuff. I really just wanted to go for it and do it because I have the ability to do so, and I need to stop bringing up all these excuses of why I can't do all the things that I want to do in this life when I have the time and I have some type of resource. Not even that I have all the time, but I have some time and some resources, and that is good enough to start, because the desire to have professional level results as a beginner is actually mad. Like, it's actually insane. Why would you want your beginning to be the best you'll ever do? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to grow with all your desires and interests and allow yourself that room to grow. So I really just want to allow myself this room to grow and to look back at these videos and laugh at them and be like, girl, what? But at least I can say that I genuinely tried. It's one thing to say like, oh yeah, I'll just try, just give it a little shot, da da da. No, I want to put my heart into this and genuinely try. So yeah. You know what? I'm realizing that I didn't introduce myself. So hi, I'm Rosemary, and this is my first YouTube video. It's a video that I'll leave up no matter what happens, because I genuinely just want to have, by the end of 2026, I want to be like, yeah, girl, you did that. You put your heart into it, and that is the goal. So one of my mindsets for 2026 is to have faith like the centurion man. So basically, the centurion man came up to Jesus and he was like, Lord, if you can just send your word, my servant will be healed. And Jesus was like, in all of Israel, I've never seen great faith like this. So he was like, go and it shall be as you said, right? So the servant man got healed, but not when the centurion man got back. He got healed when Jesus said the word, as in the word is enough to take action. And that's how I want my mentality to be all 2026. Like, The word is enough to take action. I don't need to sit here and be like, God, show me like 50,000 reasons why I should do this. God, give me 50,000 signs, you know, point me to this, like put a red bird out of my window and then I'll actually do it. No, the word is enough. I've had this desire for too long for me to keep ignoring it. So yeah, I'm determined and I'm excited to embark on this journey. No matter what happens, I just want to genuinely put my heart into it and not feel as if I need to be super uber duper professional and whatnot. I just want to allow myself to grow in this space. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. There will be a next time. I'll put my word. I'll put my word. There'll be a next time. Okay, bye.